Welcome back to Age of Engineering, and it's time today, I think, to sort out our auto crafting situation. Now that we have a diesel generator, there are still a few problems with it. One is that crafter at the back isn't quite fast enough. This thing right here, it can't really produce melon seeds fast enough for this. That then causes a problem with the rest of the system. If the melon seeds don't grow, like they're not doing right now because we're out of RF again. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. That said, it is fixable. We just need to do some other bits and pieces. So I'm just going to ignore that for a second because it's mainly just me upgrading to the second cable and it's me making another cloche, and you've seen all of that before. The one thing with this is I'm going to need a diamond crafter, I think. I don't know of any other way of speeding this up. I suppose we could create two of these iron crafters. That would be cheaper. But then we've still got to make a transfer node items anyway, so I'd rather go for something more compact, I think, and then maybe more cloches. What is the recipe for the cloche again? Because that's depends on how expensive that is. Needs a farmer, which needs 2 iron casings, which needs an advanced greenhouse. Basic greenhouse. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. Just the iron casings are a bit annoying. Because we don't have auto crafting anymore, not auto ores anymore, because we don't have any power. So yeah, we're gonna have to sort that out. Anyway, so let's sort this out to start off with, just to show you where I've moved this for now. I've changed it around, so this is now in deactivation mode, so it always places a block, because I'm not going to use this atomic reconstructor up there anymore. Atomic reconstructor is going to get power from here, which is eventually going to come from our diesel generator. I've just disconnected it for now. And we can put a timer down here, which will start everything up. We don't need that more complex setup from last time, because we're literally using this to always place a block down. And then this one just needs to wait a little while before hitting, before breaking the block. Underneath here, we've got just a buffer chest, and then it's coming out with a transfer node up to here, which we can then use to get some ores. And I don't have any more iron. I need more iron. Okay, so from here, yeah, what I was wanting to do, I may want to move this one further up, actually. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Or at least let's move that part of it. And hopefully everything isn't going to break out here. Yeah, it's going to break out. That's fine. We'll get it sorted. Was the chest? I want those. I want the chest. Chest. Come on. There you are. And I'm going to need to block that out. There we go. So we can put stuff like this in here for now temporarily, and then we can just move this one. Good enough. Okay, so now we've got our buffer chest at the top. We're going to be able to put a powered furnace somewhere down here, but we can't just output into it. So what we need to do is craft a crusher. And there is an upgraded version of the crusher that we've already made called a double crusher. Now, I've done that off camera because it is just more of those iron casings. Really, nothing else is new. If we get the double crusher, we can put this in place. I'm probably going to need a couple of hoppers, at least until we get some faster conduit, however. How am I for aluminium? Do I have enough? Where's the aluminium? I think it's down there. Not that much left. I'm going to have to go and get more. Unless I've got more in a crafting grid in here. I don't think I do. No, so I'm going to have to go and get more. That's okay for now. I'm just going to place the rest of it so you should get the idea, if not on camera. So let's pop down. And we're just going to go from the chest into the buffer. Well, into the crusher, I should say. Like that. There'll be obviously a connection there, and then from here into the furnace. And the power furnace, we used to be called a double furnace. It basically can do 2 at once, so that's pretty good. And this can crush 2 at once, so if once we upgrade this in terms of speed, I should be able to just keep things going quite easily. And from here we've got to decide what we want to do. I guess for the For the immediate thing, we've got to decide, because what's going to happen is this is going to fill up, and we may end up with a jammed hopper because it may try to fit. Well, it will try to fill up the hopper with ores like aluminium ore that we can't do anything with, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to devise a better system than that. We're probably going to use more transfer pipes just to filter things out, but I can stop that from causing a problem immediately and then come back to it later. Once I have more resources. So, where was I? Yeah, we need to get this sorted. The plant oil's fine. It tends to be the ethanol, which is run out of fuel. So if I just... do I have any fuel on me? No. Let's go and see if there's any more cold coke up there. There probably will be, because I've not been using this. I've got some more steel. Good. And actually, I need the iron. And let's get some cold coke, and we'll just start the system up a little bit and see if it'll self-sustain now. You may well not do again because of the single cloche, I think, is the limiting factor, and that crafter. So let's just pop this in place. There we go. And this should at least start this up in a short while. It depends where it tries to connect to the RF2 first, but we can leave that alone. I'm going to go and craft some more stuff. We'll be right back. Okay, so a bit more crafting later, and there's a couple of things new. I put in a second cloche here. It's connected underneath, if I just pop down there, just with a transfer node lit fluid, which is connected in the water, and the power, of course, is coming through everything else. We're also going to need to connect up the smelting system with, or not the smelting system, the reconstructor over here with second cable, not first cable. And let's just put this in here. Yeah, I didn't connect the things together with a hopper, mainly because there's just no filter on it. It would take things like emeralds, it would crush them into emeralds, it would smelt them back into emerald dust, smelt them back into emeralds. Didn't really want that, and of course stuff get jammed up in this item hopper as well, because some things can't be smelted, like coal dust and things like that. So some of the stuff in here you'll see will have come from that earlier smelting effort. In my case, I'm not too worried, because everything isn't connected anymore. I will put in a filter, however, I think, with some of the some of these transfer pipes. I've got a couple of filters. Yeah, transfer filters. If I use one of those, I should be able to just say, hey, just automatically smelt me all the iron, all the copper, and we should be able to get going that way, or at least for the short term. Let's just connect this final thing up with the second cable, and let's hook everything back up with first. And okay, let's see what happens if I decrease this. It's on 400. Let's set it to 20. I may not have a resource problem anymore. Well, depends if it can supply that 4K RF constantly. If I'm constantly using like this, it shouldn't be much of an issue. And if the problem with the power is just that diamond crafter, hopefully at this point it's going to start generating enough diamonds for me to do everything I need to. This is certainly steady state as long as the generator's on, or at least it seems that way. You probably just about hear the generator. I've turned the block value down, of course. So yeah, the bits and pieces that we need to deal with are the fact that over here, this crafter, you know what, I'm just going to make sure that it is able to craft properly just by shoving in some melon seeds. Oh, not pruning seeds, melon seeds. And making sure it has at least a certain amount of this to go on. Ethanol is fine. Plant oil is the one that's empty. And then, of course, we get biodiesel from that. And these will then grow. So, I think that's done, apart from just waiting for some diamonds to upgrade that crafter to get everything going a little bit faster. Hopefully that shouldn't take long. And there's a spider somewhere around here that's really annoying me. let me go and take care of that. And once we come back, I'll see if we got any good, decent resources. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all these resources. I'm going to have to pipe them into a system. This chest is not going to last for long at this rate, particularly if I leave the server on. So I think my iron problem's sorted. What do you think, guys? I think it is. And just to mention, previously we couldn't use the other aluminium ore. However, the double crusher does actually use it quite well, which means the aluminium ore that we get from this automatic process is going to be okay. We don't have to... Ooh, that's actually dropping a little bit low. It's okay. We're not going to have any problems with it, so I don't need to go hunting for bauxite again. Great! So the setup we've created is still, well, it's not still, it's far too fast for any of our conduit systems. So I'm having to create some speed upgrades. And do keep an eye on your grid power. I didn't, and I was wondering why none of the transfer nodes were really working very well. So I went and crafted some more of these solar panels, which should help at least during the daytime. Of course, it's mostly day here with a rare exception. So yeah, that will keep us going. Are you crafting? Yes, we've got sort of 3 upgrade bases, so let's put those in there with some blocks of U and some gold. Did I put my gold away or use it all? Where's all the gold gone? Unless it... Oh, I must have used it. Wow. Okay. The advantage, however, is that we've got lots and lots of resources now. So I've popped that in here. Let's see how well it's doing. This is only about 10 minutes after I started things up. And yeah, I've got a full stack of gold. So if you see up here, this is our kind of above ground buffer. I eventually want to close this off just so that I've got this larger buffer up here. And, you know, that's a kind of reserve. However, at the moment, you'll see this isn't emptying. It's emptying nowhere near fast enough. So I'm going to have to get those speed upgrades done. So let's go and craft those. And then what I'm probably going to do is look at making a full stack of steel, upgrading that crude blast furnace, and then sinking it into the ground so that I can divert some iron to be made into steel, and then automating it by putting, you know, one of the coke ovens on top of it or something like that, and just have the coal from the automatic resource creator. I need a snappier word for it. Automatically fed into the coke oven. Okay, so we've got 3 of the upgrade speeds. Let's see if this actually empties it better. It already has a stack upgrade, so it should be able to empty that pretty easily. For each one, it just doesn't find, because of the length of this pipe, it doesn't really find it well enough. So let's see if that improves things. Power drain 8 now, so again, look at the grid power, make sure you keep an eye on it. It's doing okay, but still not great, you know. I think that needs a lot more speed upgrades. So I'm going to keep working on that between the episodes, I think. But for now, the automatic resource creator is done. I then will probably, what we need to do is, from here, which is our output, we need to feed that over into our drawer system. And from here, anything that isn't going to, put in that manually, anything that isn't going to get automatically pulled out, we're going to have to do something with. So as you can see, we've got coal, diamonds, emeralds. We can do that with filters and send them across to our drawer system as well. There's no real harm in any of that. I've also added the aluminium to the filter here, so they should automatically get crunched. And yeah, I was having issues if I put something into the side here, it didn't seem to select both slots. I'll put things at the top, seems to work fine. That could have just been a bug or something to do with my setup, but that's working fine now, and this is working pretty quickly. So I think we're all done here, or at least for this bit. The rest, feeding it back to the drawer system, of course, is going to be pretty, you know, boring, so I'll do that off camera. And you know, we should just have a drawer system which should have lots and lots of resources now, or at least it will once I've done the requisite piping. And I just about have enough diamonds now, so let's just break this for a second. We're gonna have to go and replace it in a second again, but that's okay. So we'll come here, create a diamond crafter, and then we'll go and try and get that back. Where is it going to be placed? Over here. Down we go. And you need to definitely remember to configure the thing. We want take the torches out. We want outputs, on this side. Ugh. Don't shift click. There we go. Get me. Place this back. Just right click. Go set to the output. And then we want to set the other one to input, not fuel input. There we go. And then we can just replace this and set the recipe. And that should be able to do that really quite quickly. Whoops. Let's put those in and get the rest of the melons. In fact, it's doing it quicker than it can supply to the industrial squeezer. That's staying constant because this is the actual now the slow point. Indeed, it isn't actually doing anything. We still do have enough grid power. Or maybe it's just feeding it exactly one at a time. So I think I should probably make a stack upgrade there and have it supply along with some, maybe one speed upgrade. Maybe we can get that going. Do I have some more of you? I've got 35. No, I've got a full stack. That's fine. Let's make a full stack of blocks. I'm running out again. Let's just use this one. And we can put them in here, and that will make the upgrade speed, but we want the stack upgrade, I think. And that is a diamond, so let's just make a speed upgrade for now then. We do actually need some more weighted pressure plates to make the upgrade base, so we can get those. I think I made quite a few. Yeah. Just put 5 of them in there. That'll be enough for the foreseeable future. And yeah, so I now need diamonds. Let's go and quickly check. Hopefully I didn't break our resource system because of the amount of power that I used. Let's see. Still seems okay. Are you actually emptying this fast enough? Still not great. And that's with 6 speed upgrades. However, I did get 1 diamond, so I can do 1 stack upgrade. Good. And is there any redstone in there? This is all going to start to pile up, of course. Yeah, some redstone. So what was the stack upgrade again? It's instead of the redstone block, we have a diamond. So that should do. Yep, there we go. Stack upgrade. And upgrade base. Some speed upgrades. Again, this will use up more grid power, so be careful with the amount of upgrades that you use. At least until you have, you know, a larger system of getting grid power. One of which is getting from the end. We're not quite to the end yet, but yeah, that's the dimension that is, not the end of the mod pack. Where was I? Stack upgrades. Yeah, just making sure it fills this. Wrong way. Making sure it fills this with as many metal seeds as possible. Or as quickly as possible. There we go. And your power drain, 22 out of 28. That looks better. Are you going to keep going? Let me just put in a speed upgrade. Yeah, you're going to work just fine now. You're going faster. These are supplying faster than they can be taken away, so that's all good. How about the ethanol side? Are you working well? You seem to be fine, although not much power. Why don't you have much power? Oh, it's probably just because this is first cable. That's okay. We've got more biodiesel than we're using. Keep an eye on it, but that looks like it's gaining. So I think we're all self-sustaining now. I think everything is sorted. And let me put the rest of these speed upgrades down here, and hopefully this is going to empty fast enough. 26 to 28.5, so maybe I should go and make more solar panels. What do I need for those solar panels again? Solar panel... they need these, the resonating things, which needs ender shards. Ender shards come from glass cutters with ender pearls. Actually, let's make a few of those because I haven't done that before. For one, and oh, it's dark. Oh, that's not good. Especially when everything's baked on solar. Oh no. Okay. So I have got a few ender pearls, and I just want to use one. Because they're quite slow at growing with that what we have outside. So let me just put those away. Yes, yes, zombie, I can hear you. Yeah, they're quite slow. So what's this glass cutter? I assume it's iron something else. Iron and sticks. Yeah, iron. Well, I guess I have 2 iron here. We can put it through this, and that should do the job. Unless I already have any iron down here. It doesn't look like I do. I'm going to have to connect everything back up to that draw system. And from the draw system, I think I'm going to build a building around it at some point. Hello, creeper. Go away. Wow. The drop on the... come on. Aha, got it. Wow. I need a better weapon than these shurikens. I also want the weather to go back to clear, please. That would be very nice. Yeah, have you finished with the iron? You do. So let's just make a glass cutter. And we can put that together with ender pearl to get ender shards. And then from there, the ender shards, we can just combine with redstone. Cool, and that makes the resonating redstone crystal, which we can then use to make more solar panels. Good. And I'm running out of roof space, I guess. I'm going to have to expand at some point. Yeah, so 31.35. And it's already 0.95. Given the weather, that's pretty good. So yeah, you just have to keep ahead of these before we get to higher tiers anyway. As it's bad weather, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Bit of a short one for this series anyway. I normally go to half an hour. 20 minutes is okay. But I'll probably stay half an hour in future. I'm being surrounded by mobs. Yeah, so I'll leave this for this episode. Next episode, we'll have everything connected up to the draw system. And I'll then start building, not on camera, but start building a building around here and sinking those into the ground, I think. We're going to need a full stack of steel plate for the upgraded blast furnace. Blast furnace? Nope. Blast brick? Yeah, it's this one. The reinforced blast brick. They just need steel plate. So we've got plenty of that now, or at least we can make plenty of that now. And then we can continue hooking things up to making us lots and lots of resources. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Just a quick one, really, just to get through a lot of the miscellaneous improvements to our diesel generators and the resource generation system. Hope you've enjoyed it anyway. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.